Welcome to Gray Overload. Now, I've talked a lot about recall, security side of it, AI side of it, as it's one of the Microsoft's big AI pushes, right? We've had Qualcomm AI PCs and Microsoft's big push into AI. And while they want Copilot Plus PCs and they want to get this out, one thing is missing is actually having it out. It looks like the recall side of this, of the whole AI PCs, which seem to be one of their biggest pushes of the reasons why you should buy the AI PCs, while there is, I still think, security concerns there. Chris Titus Tech, he had an updated video that they were able to try to, like fully remove recall. However, there is some of those dependencies there that still worry me of why you'd even have it in File Explorer. Check out my last video on recall if you want to know more about that and my thoughts on that. But why is Microsoft taking so long to release this, right? They had a long leeway of announcing it, right? It was only for Qualcomm Copilot Plus PCs. Now it will also be for what is it, the Series 200, and then the AI 300 for chips from AMD, Series 200 from Intel, or whatever they're calling it these days. These names are so bad that I'm forgetting the names of what they need to be. Um, and that's not good for your brand. But getting back to it, my question is, does Microsoft have an issue right here where they want to get these features out? They want the consumer to know about the features. They want to sell you the device where the feature is going to be enabled, but they can't get the device out to be delivered. Now, I've said for a while that Microsoft here does have a quality concern, at least for my end. They release a lot of software with a lot of bugs, and a lot of people come to me for computer help, and I've had to work around different driver issues, everything else, so that people can continue to get their work done, whatever that is. A lot more blue screening here in 24H2, and a lot of people have had that. Now, Microsoft, they said this, right? Brandon LeBlanc confirmed that recall needs more time. I'm reading this from NeoWind, and this is the comment that their statement that he said to The Verge. We are committed to delivering a secure and trusted experience with recall. To ensure we deliver on these important updates, we are taking additional time to refine the experience before previewing it with Windows Insiders, originally planned for October. Recall will now be available for preview with Windows Insiders on Copilot Plus PCs by December. So before this even starts hitting, it'll be at least January, if not later than that. And we're, then approaching a year after where Microsoft kind of really wanted this. Now, maybe the experience does need to be refined, or maybe another thing is that they didn't have it fully secured on where they needed to have it to make sure that the security concerns weren't there. It could be either, right? Um, if you take it as face value, right, it needs to be refined the experience, right? But this first part of that kind of makes me dive in, delivering a secure and trusted experience. Well, I'm guessing the secure side of the experience is part of that whole thing, and I think that Microsoft was hoping to maybe have an option for the cloud or whatever, and then they realized this is not going to fly, nor should it. And we need to have this experience rock solid to make sure that we don't have this. And if that's the case, I like that approach a little bit better. Still not something that I really want to use, and nor do I have anything that can use this at this time. But when you're pushing out these AI and you're pushing forward for all these new features and these Copilot Plus PCs and making them one of the big reasons to sell these is for, buy the new Qualcomm stuff, buy the new, AMD stuff, buy the new Intel stuff. They have the new AI features in them. They have the hardware for it, but you're not going to see the feature for another 6 months. I don't know if that's going to be able one, your partners aren't going to like that, right? That's a little bit slow in delivery. But is that a way to really sell and make people want to upgrade if they're in the market for one, or if people are going to be in the market for one? is that even worth going and buying if you're on a promise for 6 months, right? I kind of take the approach as if, there's multiple approaches. If you're in the market for a PC right now, you need one, buy what's on the market today and buy what you're going to use today. Don't go on the hopes and dreams of something else, especially in software, as that can change. And as we've seen, Microsoft here in the recent years kill things off a little bit more quickly, like Google does, than not. So you get the PC for what you want to use it for, not for what it may or may not be capable of. And then the next thing I'll just add this is that if you're doing hardware and you're looking at gaming or something, right, and you're building your own PC, this is kind of my aspect when you build your own PC. You got a little bit more time and everything else. If you're waiting for that, I'm waiting for a build and put my build together. One, is there any great deals out there that you can take advantage of to get your PC built and still have maybe upgradability in the future? I usually like to take that approach if you're, on a budget or something like that. The other side to it is, let's get all the parts together. Let's get a platform into a platform that you want that does have. I like to go to upgradability unless the price is so good that it doesn't matter, right? Um, or price per budget, right? Get into a price per budget. If that's where it lands as an old platform, in this case, let's do AM4. Then you go that route. But I digress from that little side. Maybe I'll go into how I view PCs and building and everything else some other time, right? People ask for my opinion on that quite a bit, and I enjoy sharing it and helping them out because I'd rather have people save money and have a good gaming experience than spend it on, just throw money away. So, but back to the Microsoft stuff, right? This is, something where I'm. It almost seems like there's a multitude of things going on here, and we'll see if it's just, getting these experience. We may never know for sure what was all changed, what is going on behind the scenes here, but hopefully we'll see it a secure experience when recall comes out. On the other side of this, I wonder if is a little bit more bugs here in 24H2, as I've heard a lot of people that have upgraded have reached out to me, friends, family that have been pushed. I'm surprised that actually some of these PCs have already been pushed to, and even I've been experiencing more blue screens, and the only thing that changed was that update. So that's a little bit more concerning, and I'm wondering if people are seeing that, and Microsoft needs to put a little bit more effort into getting that patch so that 24H2 can be pushed out to more computers, right? There's that side. But, to me, I really do hope that Microsoft really focuses on security and privacy, but that would entail them to take a lot of their ads out and everything else and show up front that, the user is in the forefront of our use model, not our bottom line. And I just don't see that happening until security becomes a a money maker, and that may just be, let's say the EU, because I don't think the United States government would do something like this at this stage, but the EU I could definitely see put in where, okay, Microsoft, you have to put privacy first, right? You have everything has to be opt-ins, all this other stuff, or you're fined X amount of dollars per user that uses Windows and that had this enabled. That would be the only way where the bottom line would be affected enough that Microsoft would have to change their actions, unless you guys see something else here. So let me know your thoughts on this whole recall thing and being delayed. Are you saddened by the recall being delayed? Did you want recall to come out here sooner? Or are you one that's excited for recall to get into your hands and that you already have a Copilot Plus PC and you're waiting on the insider preview to get this in your hands? Um, I One other thought that I had on this with delaying to Windows Insiders a couple months didn't really make sense to me either, right? Why would you delay it a couple months to Windows Insiders when they're okay with having betas and everything else, right? That's why they're insiders. So that's why I think it's more of a security experience thing um, than it is just a overall experience thing, because once it gets into the insiders, right, those are the people that are going to probably try to tear it apart a little bit and see how it works and make sure it fits, because they're also the people that are going to be recommending it to others to use for the most part. So, and showing people how to use it. So with that, hopefully we'll see where this AI thing continues to go for Microsoft and what they'll continue to enable in Windows. But with that, leave your comments in the comments below, questions, anything else you have. I'll be sure to read them. I do enjoy them. So I thank you guys very much for supporting Gray Overload and helping this channel grow. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell icon, watch another one of my videos. That really does help out the channel. Until next time, God bless.